pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know?
You know what Sunday's for the man. Got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. Got Sundays for the man. We're talking Sundays for the man. Got Sundays for the man. On Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. We got Sundays for the man. Roxbury softball. Got Sundays for the man. On Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man. We got Sundays for the man. Sundays for the man.
Woo! Playoff edition of the Sundays Are for the Men podcast coming at you live right now for the Mayor's Committee of Roxbury, the greatest place on earth where it rains every fucking day. So, we're sneaking these playoff games in, but a lot to talk about. A lot has happened since the round robin occurred, and now that we're a couple games deep into each semifinal series. In fact, one is concluded, and we'll get to all that today. But who's with you aside from myself? Richard Gregory Alexander Diffendale. We have Big Daddy Greg Gentile to my left.
Hello.
Thanks for going right into the microphone. Former Mayor of Roxbury, Anthony Alaco.
What up?
We have Cobby Cobberts. There's no mic in front of him, but he's here.
Hi.
We have former Mayor of Roxbury, Sean Baggs Rudolph.
And as always, I'd like to remind everybody that cranky pants over here, Billy Trotter's got a light switch cock, and Bob Fred has full-blown AIDS.
We're all cranky today. And, of course, as Baggs just said, William Trotter IV is with us, former Mayor Hopeful. Also no microphone, so Baggs has graciously allowed him to say hello.
Yep.
And welcome to the program. Let's get right into it. Lots going on in Roxbury. It's the busy season. Mardi Gras a couple weeks away. Playoffs are in full swing. So let's backtrack a little to last week, the round robin, featuring game one between the Bush Leaguers and the Castaways. Long-awaited rematch. Castaways out for blood after the drubbing they took at the hands of the Bush Leaguers toward the end of the regular season, and it did not. And there's three Castaways here. It did not go your guys' way in that game, as the Bush Leaguers won game one of the round robin 14-3. Hence our little pump it up intro. That's become the Bush Leaguers' rallying cry. So I'll go to Anthony first, just because you're the manager of the Castaways. We podcasted. Did we podcast that day?
No, I think it was the day before. I think it was like 2 days before.
Greg's got to be turned up, Bill, or I will castrate you. So, yeah, we podcasted. I know you were nervous that night. It started to rain, and God let up, and that game happened. And what went wrong for the Castaways, losing 14-3?
It's not so much went wrong for the Castaways. I think just everything went right for the Bush Leaguers, and they were hitting the shit out of the ball, and we weren't hitting, and they hit 2 grand slams against us.
They did?
Yes. Luke Schreiner hit a grand slam, and then the kid Amster hit a grand slam, and they beat us 14-3. It wasn't a game, so hats off to them. They've been the hottest team in the playoffs so far, at least hitting wise.
Since Sean Baggs showed them what's up, they've been on a bit of a tear up until yesterday, which we'll get into later, obviously. But yeah, I think Anthony's right there, just crushing the ball. Baggs.
What I saw from the Castaways was a lot of missed opportunities in that game. They had chances with runners in scoring position, and they just couldn't drive the run in, which has been a problem for them all year long.
Just like it was a problem for the Young Guns for 14 years.
And I said that during the game when we were watching. It's just like Young Guns 2.0 here, watching these guys in the playoffs.
So what Baggs is referring to, you guys actually had an opportunity early. I think it was 1-0 or 2-1. You guys were down.
It was 2-0, I believe.
And you weren't down by much, and you had runners on second and third with 1 out.
Yes, and James Caffrey flew out to the shortstop.
And then a fly out to left, and that's what Baggs was talking about, opportunity squandered. That might have, base hit there gets you right back in the game. Instead, the Bush Leaguers take off from there and dispatch with you guys 14-3 and move on to game two against the Bockers, who has it's pretty much a Baggs phrase nowadays. The Bockers limped into the playoffs, losing 6 in a row. And I'd just like to clarify that again. 8-2 to 8-8. And they got the 4 seed because of your friend Sean Baggs Rudolph. So the Bockers and the Bush Leaguers lock up in game 2, thinking it's going to be a better game. And it wasn't that much better.
10-1.
10-1 Bush Leaguers. So a 24-run outburst in those 2 games to get out of the round robin for the second year in a row. So hats off to the Bush Leaguers.
Good for them, man.
Congratulations to them.
Didn't exactly enter the playoffs on fire.
I don't
but
think it was much of a surprise to us. I think in the last podcast, a lot of us were picking.
I
them
picked
to
the
come
Bush
out.
Leaguers to come out,
As
I believe.
As did I.
That team they put on the field was not a round robin team.
No.
They haven't had that team all year. Like they never had all those guys there for one night.
I know they were bad at the beginning of the year. Bad.
Yeah,
Would they start 1-4?
They lost to the Phlegm.
That team they put on the field is very talented, and they
And
can
they're showing it.
and they could beat anybody as they've
And
shown.
I said at the beginning of the year, they are good enough to win it all. They were my dark horse.
They did proclaim this the year of the Bush.
Yeah, it's the year of the Bush.
So we'll see if
So
that
far, yeah.
they still have a little business to take care of.
Yes.
So yeah, that was the round robin. Nothing eventful. We were expecting a nice nice night of softball, and we were treated to 2 duds.
Yeah.
2 drubbings.
I kind of.
So thank you, Castaways, and thank you, Bockers, and you. That was the wrong one.
Who was
Okay.
that directed at?
Sorry,
Who was that directed at?
the Castaways and the Bockers for not showing up against the Bush Leaguers and me not being entertained. That's really what it was.
Sorry we made the round robin. You didn't.
Yeah, you're welcome. Goons would have came in hot, probably lost, but still. So before we move on from that, Cobb or Billy, you have anything to say about the round robin? Nothing. Nothing to add. Nothing to bring to the proceedings. All right.
I might as well just keep the microphone in front of me.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck you.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to the playoffs now with the Bush Leaguers getting out of the round robin. That I lost my train of thought. That pitted them against the Corp, who finished first.
Yes.
A rematch
With their
from
last
year.
day win. And yeah, it was pretty much the same playoff series. So we'll see if it's same series, different story this year, because it was the Bombers and the Sharks, and we all know the Sharks won it last year. So Sunday in the afternoon and early morning, starting at 11 o'clock, you had Corp Bush Leaguers, and this game started with a bang. And that's not one that we expected. So the Corp, who finished first, and the Bush Leaguers, who were red hot coming out of the round robin on Friday, they come up, and in the first inning, who hits a grand slam? Timmy fucking Feimer hits a grand slam, and it was a no-doubter, but it was on one of the most meatball Parmesan-ish pitchers that you would ever see from Jerry O'Donnell. Obviously, just trying to get a ball over and not walk a guy with the bases loaded. That turned around and bit him, Anthony.
Yes, it was a very bad pitch, and honestly, I think Jerry underestimated Timmy Feimer's power, and he learned about it the hard way.
He has pop. Timmy's got pop.
He's got pop.
He's always had pop. That's
he's always
not a
had pop.
surprise.
He's a good hitter, you know. It's overshadowed because they have such a deep lineup, and he's known as the pitcher, but he's a very good hitter.
And on the other thing too, Jerry O'Donnell was horrible on Sunday.
He was not good.
He was bad.
But on that pitch, I feel like everyone that was watching was thinking this. Jerry lets the pitch go. It's as flat as the flat earthers think Earth is. Timmy Feimer's eyes light up. And then all of a sudden, it's like... What the fuck? And it's 4-0 Corp. Bush Leaguers, and the Corp are chasing them the entire game. And, yeah, they never really fully recovered from that hit.
Ricky,
So,
I want to stop you real quick. How many times did you rehearse that to yourself today?
Just now, that was all impromptu. I guarantee you it was. I swear to God. This is all off the cuff.
I believe him.
All right.
Because there's people out there that think the podcast is scripted, remember? I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but he said, like, I don't like the podcast anymore because you guys, I walked in there, you guys have, like, notes, and it's all scripted.
You
Just to
gotta
give
come
us some
you
sort
gotta
of
come a little
direction.
prepared before doing
But I'm
a
not,
show.
like, sitting there rehearsing bits, if that's what you're asking.
We don't have anything scripted today.
To be honest, that was the one time we actually were very prepared. Every other time there was nothing.
Yeah, we did have a lot of notes.
Trotter, we're always prepared. You're not
Notepads.
prepared.
Greg, it went away again.
Trotter's idea of being prepared is basically saying, yeah, I agree with him. I agree with that, what he said.
Yeah.
Bush Leaguers win their first game of the semis 15-8 over the Corp. So the Corp bats woke up a little bit, but the Bush Leaguer bats stayed hot from their round robin routes.
Singled them to death.
15-8 Bush Leaguers, and they are a game away from the championship at that point. And then the next game was a treat to watch. A rematch from last year's semifinals. The reigning champions, the BPC Sharks, and the perennial champions, the Bombers, who are in search of I think they're 7th this year.
7th, yep.
I believe.
Lucky number 7.
Great game the whole way through. I was inside for most of it, so I didn't see much of what transpired. But I did come out for the 7th inning. And with anyone that was watching more intently than me, you want to take us through that? Anthony, maybe?
I'm trying to remember it.
Well, they're down. They were down a run. right? Oh, they were down 2 runs.
They were
right?
Down 2-0.
Down 4-2.
4-2. I'm sorry. You're right.
down
You're
So
right.
they're down 4-2, and they end up with, I think, second and third 2 outs.
Yes.
And Joey Henry
Henry,
comes
yeah.
up.
Joey Henry hits a single.
Joey Henry,
Right,
former
fourth, right.
Yike, championship pedigree, huge hit, his moment as a Bomber,
Yes.
and ties the game.
Yes. And on the throw home, he goes to second base, which is huge in the next at bat because
Yes.
then Meat hits a trickle to third. Phelan comes in on it, tries to throw him out. The ball goes into the dugout. Joey Henry scores, and the Bombers win. It was very
entertaining.
It was very entertaining, and I didn't see it happening, to be honest. I thought the Bombers were dead and buried. But
Can't count 'em out.
An experienced veteran team like that, you never count them out, and they won.
There was a player early in the game that was, I got to give him credit, John Conklin. He was on third base, and was it the catcher's
For the Sharks?
Jake Schreiner, yeah. For some reason, he ran down the first base line towards first base while Craig and the first baseman over there, and John Conklin just pretty much ran right home and caught the Sharks sleeping.
Yeah,
and that was really good heads up.
So they gifted him a run.
It was a fly ball to Mike O'Brien and along the fence, and for some reason Jake Schreiner ran up the fence line too, and no one covered home, and he tagged up. And that was a
he tagged him.
He tagged up from third,
He
yeah.
tagged
man.
up from third. It was a very big mistake by the Sharks.
Wow.
which actually was very costly for them when
Yeah.
in the
Way to be
long run.
Conklin.
Yeah, my comeback player of the year, baby.
So the Bombers, as they themselves called it, typical gritty comeback win for the Bombers. Matt Knox and Timmy Monahan both in separate conversations said it the exact same way. So talk about rehearsing stuff. But they win when they have to win most of the time. So the Bush Leaguers take a 1-0 lead into Monday, which got rained out, and the Bombers take a 1-0 lead into Monday, which got rained out because it rains every fucking day.
Yep.
So Wednesday comes around. It didn't rain, thankfully, which is weird that it didn't rain. And game 1, Bombers Sharks. Now this was yesterday. I'm in here bagging candy, and I know the Bombers got out to an early lead,
Yes.
and then tacked on. And did the
think
Sharks
they-
really?
I think they scored 4 in the first inning.
Well, there's something to talk about early in this game, is there
yes.
not?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh yeah, Sharks.
I'm so sad I missed this.
So yeah, I thought that someone had come into the club and said that this happened, and I thought he was joking just to piss us off because we weren't watching. So I know, Anthony, you were sitting there. Greg, you were sitting there. What the hell happened?
Okay, well, there was a play in the field that kind of caused this whole dilemma to happen. Basically, it was a ground ball to Mike O'Brien. There was a runner on first. Instead of throwing it to second base and trying to turn the double play with Anthony running, who's hurt, he tried to tag him, and Anthony was able to beat it out to first, and they were able to score after that. So as they're going to the dugout, Craig's like, you got to throw the fucking ball, and then they were going back and forth. And then I saw beers flying at each other in the dugout, and then before you know it, they're going at each other, and Ray Hendry tries to get in the middle of it, and Craig rolls over him like an Italian bulldozer, Rocky Balboa. Oh my God, he tossed him. He threw him flat on his ass.
Oh
And
God.
Vintage Ray, he got up and just walked away, did nothing, because he's such a nice guy and he was just trying to do the right thing, but it was kind of funny to watch, I'm not going to lie.
So this is a team fighting amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah, they
it's
were.
not like two teams going at it.
Craig was very upset about that play and the strike zone, and there was a couple errors. All in all, it was just a tough day for the Sharks.
Greg?
I thought that was going to spark them, to be honest.
Like a light a fire under their ass?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nah,
But it did not.
That doesn't light a fire under your ass.
I mean, the Bombers were up pretty comfortably most of this game.
yeah.
And, I mean, there was a minor threat in the 7th inning from what I saw. But, in the end, Bombers closed the series out.
The story of the game has to be Walter. He pitched so well for the Bombers, and he's pitched so well for them all season. He's honestly, like, after that first inning, they put a couple runs up, but they really didn't. Craig pitched a lot better as the game went on, but Walter Knox, man, he's just been a gamer all year for them.
Bombers back in the ship.
Defense, grind it out. Typical
110%.
Bombers.
That's it. That's, yeah.
Typical Bombers victory, 110%.
There it is.
And they're also undefeated in championship series. So
Yeah, well, they
that'll be
can
interesting to watch.
go straight to hell bags, if you ask me.
So they've been in 7 championship games, and they've won every one.
They've
Oh,
won
six.
6 out of 6.
They won 6 out of 6.
They've never lost a championship series.
Fuck them. No, but I'm glad that they beat the Sharks. I think we're all on board with that. And
Didn't matter to me one way or the other.
whatever, Bex.
Nah, I was rooting for the Bombers,
Win for the Bombers is a win for Roxbury.
especially after the Corp play the other night. You know, we didn't want to have both breezy teams in the championship.
Yeah,
You gotta-
I would like to say, though, that if there is any sort of tension with the Sharks, Craig, there's always a warm spot on the mound for you with the Goons, and I want to be the first to ask
It'll
you publicly
probably
on
never
the air.
happen. It's a pipe dream.
You could either be a good player on a great team or be a great player on a good team. And you'll make us that much better. Come on over, pal. Bring whoever you want. We love
Probably
you.
a pipe dream, Rick.
Anyway,
settle down.
Bombers dispatch with the Sharks, and you could see at the moment where I believe Walter Knox, I believe it was a 1-3 to end that game. You could see the moment on the bench where it was like Sean Cahill thinking, if I only caught that ball in right field that day, then we'd be playing the Bush Leaguers. But no. It went by me, just like this season. Rest in peace, Sharks.
I hate you guys.
No, I want to say, come on, Ray.
Oh, my
By the way,
God.
Ray's a great guest, and we love him. We'd love to
Yeah.
have him on again.
He is a
This
great guest.
I think
Just-
Ray's going to want to stab you after this
Ray,
podcast.
just having a little fun. Sean, just having a little fun. R.I.P. to that bit, Sean. It's over. The season's over for you guys, just like it is for everyone sitting at this table. So we're all in the same boat now, and I'm going to leave that one alone, and that'll be it. That'll be the last time that happens. But thank you for being a good sport about it in person. Anyway, Game 2 yesterday evening. Corp playing for their playoff lives against the Bush Leaguers, who were looking for their first ever championship berth. What had happened yesterday? Let's go through the highlights. Not really. Anyway, Corp go up 1-0 fairly early, and the game stays like that for a while.
Yeah.
Bush Leaguers, they scratch out a run. Could have scratched out more. I remember Tommy Green turning a big double play, bases loaded. I think it was Danny Gresser, rips one down
Yep,
the line.
rips one to third.
Tommy snags it, steps on third, throw home, and they tag the guy out to get out of that inning.
Yeah, they take Corey Schreiner out, which was very bad base running by him too. He didn't even try to cause a rundown or anything. He just gave himself up. I was kind of surprised by that.
But that's a pivotal play in that game. The Corp escaped a couple troublesome or precarious situations.
Yeah, there was also a controversial play at second base where Kyle Schreiner was called out on a forced play, which he slid in.
I didn't think it was controversial.
I thought he was safe. I thought it was a bad call.
I thought he was out, and the only reason I thought I was right is because Zach also thought he was out. Zach and Kyle are boys.
We were kind of split on that call. I thought he was in there, and it was a good slide. Then they would have scored another run if he wasn't called out.
And then I thought I might have been wrong because your dad thought he was out, and it seems like your dad just knows everything about softball.
Yeah, he's an old timer.
I really want to get him on here.
I don't know. I feel like he has a very big mouth, and he might say some things that are over the top.
As long as they're not racist, who cares?
We've had Timmy Monahan on here plenty of times. I think we can handle
not that kind of stuff. Just he's a very honest person. Sometimes.
Yeah, but I feel like he'd back it up.
Honesty is the best policy.
Okay, well maybe we can make that happen one day.
We would like to. Tone?
I'm sure he would love to come on. He listens to it every
He
week.
gets to come on and talk shit. He does it in person. Hey, let's do it on the air. Come on. We're doing it right now.
So you can ask him, and he'll come on.
I did already. Well, I'll ask him officially. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that play, Kyle's called out. And then finally in the fifth inning, so it took pretty much an entire game in the fifth inning for the Corp to really find their strokes, even though they put up 8 runs in the first game. But that game was never really within reach. The Corp put up 5 or 6. They go up pretty comfortably. The Bush Leaguers chip away a little bit. And then top 7, the Corp put a couple more runs on, and the Corp survive. I think it was 8-3.
Yes.
I believe 8-3. The Corp live to play another day, and that day is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Game 3.
Odd time.
Will we have a Corp Bombers final, or will we have a Bombers Bush Leaguers final? Will it continue to be the year of the Bush? Time's going to tell on that. But we do know that the Bombers have made it and stamped their ticket to their 7th final, trying to win their 7th out of 7 tries and getting there, according to our statistician, according to Elias. Greg, who would you rather see? Bush Leaguers Bombers, Corp Bombers?
The Corp.
I think that says it all. Any reason why?
Because Al. I want Al to get a ring and maybe leave and
That's
hang out
nice.
with his friends.
That's really nice.
You know what? Fuck yourself.
Billy, take Bags' mic. I want your opinion on this. Would you rather see the Corp or the Bush Leaguers advance?
I'd rather see the Corp advance.
Why?
They're a nicer team.
Okay. Bagsy,
You sounded really
Same
cool
question.
with that comment.
Bags.
I really don't know who I'd rather see, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
I think only only for theatrics and some drama, I'd like to see the Bush Leaguers get there just to see how Sunday would unfold.
That would be very interesting.
And
we'd have to listen to Pump It Up all day, though, and
I don't mind
about
that song.
one. Yeah, but I don't mind it for, the 3 minutes that it lasts, but, they're playing it on a loop.
Is what it is.
They do it to piss people off, and it works. And that's why I hate it, because it works.
Doesn't work on me. It don't bother me.
You're fucking pissed, and you know it. Look at you, seething beneath that.
No, that's called high blood pressure. That's my
theory.
favorite reason. That's why my face is red.
You're just another duck on the pond. Anthony, Co-op or Bush Leaguers?
Honestly, I just want to see a good game. Obviously, the Bush Leaguers knocked us out, and I'm not bitter about that. They were the better team. They deserve to win.
Cool story, bro.
You're not bitter, my ass.
But I just want to see a good game. I didn't want to see the Corp get swept. I wanted to see another game. So that's all I'm rooting for. Another game. We'll see who wins.
All right, let's not forget Cobby's here. Cobb, Co-op or Bush Leaguers? Why, my friend?
Co-op, because I said so.
There you go. Oh, shit.
The Mets won 24-4.
Yeah, that's pretty typical nowadays. The Mets are a juggernaut.
What's going on?
I think tomorrow, it pretty much, in my opinion, comes down to how well Jerry O'Donnell pitches. If he pitches like he did last Sunday, it'll be a very...
He seems to be pitching better at night, though. I don't know if that's a
Perhaps. It could be a thing, but I think he's the key to this game.
Yeah, he was terrible the first game, but he bounced back really well in the second game.
He was good yesterday.
And I felt like Timmy Farmer was really good in the first game, and I felt like he was kind of flat last game. So I think that's going to be the story of that game. Who pitches better is going to win.
Well, it's coming at us.
Experience might come into play here, too.
Coming at us tomorrow.
Yeah, but Timmy Farmer's, they've been in the round robin in the playoffs every year.
No, I'm just saying experience might come into play in like a big game like this, I think, because the Corp have been here more than the Bush Leaguers have.
Yeah, but the Corp have, as of the last couple of years, haven't had the best
no, you're right.
playoff record.
You're right. You're 100% right about that.
I think it's going to be a good game.
I agree.
Greg, you got a lollipop.
I got a lollipop.
Where the hell did you get that from?
Don't worry about it.
I want a lolly.
Friday night, it's calling for rain, so I don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Today I saw the weather, and there was no cloud icon on the Friday.
I saw a lot of it in Friday
Billy,
night.
what does NOAA say?
Oh, Jesus.
NOAA says rain Friday night and Saturday morning.
That's what
30
I
to
heard.
60% chance from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday.
Please, no! No!
It rains every fucking day.
I wish I had that 10 seconds of podcast back.
Whatever. Fuck them.
It was 3.
Hey. Don't talk when you don't have a microphone.
Exactly.
Who do you think's going to win? We said who we want to win. Who do you think's going to win and
Corp.
why?
I think the Corp are going to win. I think they're going to stay hot from yesterday. I think God is going to pitch them to victory. I think their bats are going to carry them like they did yesterday. I expect a tip like a similar game to yesterday, if not closer, just because the Bush League has been hitting so well. Like McDerby, it's unbelievable the way this kid has hit since the round robin. It's crazy.
He's like their number 10 hitter. I don't think he's made out all playoffs.
Except for the final out yesterday, because we were talking about it so much. But he's been killing the ball. Like all those kids are killing the ball, so I'm not going to count him out.
Yeah.
But
they got the kid Amsu has like 4 home runs in the playoffs.
I expect a game similar to yesterday, and I expect the Corp to come out on top. A little vintage Corp Bomber final on the docket for Sunday, which is supposed to be the better part of the weekend, by the way. So if we can get Friday in tomorrow, Sunday will be a day. Greg, what do you think? Who's going to win?
I think the Bush Leaguers are going to win. Why? Because they're going to hit more home runs.
I will find you.
And I will kill you.
All right, well, I'm right here if you want to come
Why? He said his opinion.
Yeah, I know, but fuck him.
All right, well, you know what? My opinion's over. Fuck you.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's over.
You're eating a sour apple fucking lollipop. If there was watermelon and you took that, you did it wrong, dick. No, I don't want to fucking lick it. Anthony?
I hate to say this, but I think the Bush Leaguers are going to win.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Can I explain
Yeah, sure.
myself?
Of course you can.
I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about...
I got a bad head
I have
for
a
you.
bad feeling about the Corp, Yes, they won the last game, but it was very close, and I think they got kind of lucky with a few big plays, and I feel like the Bush Leaguers' bats quieted down, and I feel like they're going to come back to where they were, and I think they're going to win. I think this is the year of the Bush. I think they're going to get to the championship.
The year of the Bush. Bags, agree or disagree with your boy Dubsy?
I agree with Dubs. Just something about them. They just seem to be on in these playoffs, and I think they're going to be very tough to beat for anybody. And I actually like them. I could definitely see them winning this game tomorrow.
Well, I could see them winning it. I don't think they will. If I'm wrong,
Trotter?
they can call me on it.
Win?
Yeah, William H. Trotter.
I also have the Bush Leaguers. Just the way they've been hitting, it's unreal.
It is. It really is.
They
And
almost can't miss a pitch, and I think they're just going to keep doing that.
So what I think's going to happen is that the court prevail, and then what the ladies will say to O'Donnell and Morgan and Rodman is,
I want you to fuck me, Jerry.
Hey,
that's what we're all hoping for.
the court could easily win tomorrow. I'm just saying.
It could go either way.
They've won 4 out of the last 5 games in the playoffs. Or is it 3 of the 4?
You just advanced to the finals.
3 out of the 4.
It's 3 out of the 4. That's pretty good.
Now you're going to get that good stuff. More power to them all.
And if the wind's blowing in tomorrow, or Friday, tomorrow, I think that goes to the advantage of the Bush League because they're more of a singles team. The Corp rely on the long ball, and you know that August wind blows in.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's a fact.
The August wind blows in. It's a tale as old as time.
Every year in the playoffs, when it comes to August, the wind blows in, and it's a singles game. And I think the Bush Leaguers are a more single-oriented team than the Corp.
Looking Ollie Williams over here with the
Jesus
forecast.
Christ.
But I've been watching them play last Sunday. It was almost like watching the Yikes in like the late '90s, early 2000s. Just single. It was, you could see the Corp guys on the field. They were very like deflated after a while.
They were probably having goon flashbacks.
No comment.
So,
No, I'm not doing it.
Please don't do it. Let it go, all right?
Okay.
Let it go.
I got it. Okay.
Act like you've been there before.
We have. That's why we have to stop doing it. We've been there many times. Anyway, we got a game down here tonight, don't we, Anthony? Ladies are playing. Do we know who's playing in this
I
game?
know my girlfriend's team, which is what bar is it? Healy's is playing the Sugar Bowl.
Healy, Sugar Bowl. Are there any Roxbury people involved in this game or no?
I think Glenn's daughter plays.
What's the Roxbury team?
I don't know. I'd call them Roxbury. They're good though. They won the championship last year.
What's for sure that we know is that we'll probably both be eating ice cream at this game.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have moose tracks, or if they don't have moose tracks, I'm gonna have mint chip moose tracks.
Yeah, and are you still offended by that, Bill? Or you? Because if you are, that's bullshit. The mint ice cream is up there in my top 3.
No. Mint Moose Tracks is the equivalent of avocado toast. You bougie fucks. Just have ice cream. Stop getting this mint fucking nonsense. Just get Moose Tracks and stop adding fucking
They don't
flavors.
have. What if they don't have
Avocado
moose
toast
tracks?
because it's fucking green?
Yes.
That's preposterous.
Now
They
you
have
know why I called them
pistachio.
cranky pants earlier today.
Now you know why we don't let them talk.
First of all, they fucking have whatever flavors they have. You got to adapt.
They should have enough Moose Tracks to feed this whole fucking peninsula for 3 years straight.
How is mint moose tracks that much different than fucking moose tracks?
It's the mint. It ruins everything.
Oh, my ass.
It
chip-
ruins the flavors.
Mint
Oh
chip
my
is
God.
delicious.
Have you ever had mint ice cream? Have you ever let the mint ice cream cascade down your fucking gullet? It's delicious.
Ricky, you probably like Neapolitan ice cream.
I don't actually.
You're a fucking liar.
That's racist, and I resent it.
I don't like strawberry, so that's why I don't like it.
Ricky looks like he likes strawberry. He likes
I hate
mint.
strawberry.
I like vanilla and chocolate.
I don't like strawberry flavored things. I don't like strawberries.
Ricky
unless
looks
you
like a
dip 'em in
strawberry.
chocolate. Yeah. Me. I look like a strawberry. Bitch. Anyway.
Ice cream, the hot topic of the podcast.
Okay, but hold on. Like, because it's gonna go rapid fire. All right, this is gun to your head. You pick one ice cream flavor for the rest of your life. What is it, Greg? Go.
Rocky Road.
Anthony.
Moose tracks.
Cobb, yell it out.
Mint chip.
Moose Tracks.
Mint chip. And it's not even a fucking debate for me.
I like mint chip.
I like plain mint ice cream without the chips. Maybe crush a couple of
I do.
Oreos in there. Delicious.
But I do like mint moose tracks. It's delicious.
It is good. Billy, I think we have to change your mind on this shit. You're going to fucking have some mint moose tracks with us tonight, you bougie prick.
Erroneous on all accounts.
Yeah, you are wearing a polo. You look like you would like mint moose tracks.
What does a polo have to do with anything?
You call me bougie? You rode crew in college. And I'm sure you ate all the mint moose tracks they had on that Fordham campus.
And you contracted herpes.
I beat that twice.
Now I'm fired up. Fuck softball. It's all about ice cream.
Ricky, you a
Jesus
vanilla or
Christ.
chocolate
Sundays are
kind of
for
guy?
ice cream.
So, but if you like...
Vanilla or
so you're
chocolate?
saying if my 2 choices were vanilla or chocolate,
Correct.
it's chocolate.
No.
I can't have one without the other. I like them both together. I get twist
Yeah, but if you had to get one,
He doesn't eat it.
vanilla.
chocolate's where the flavor is, though.
Vanilla.
Bags?
Vanilla.
What
Vanilla.
Billy?
Vanilla.
I'm in chocolate with you, buddy.
Thank you. I thought you said chocolate before, and I think you're just saying to stick it to me.
Yep.
I knew it. He's a chocolate guy.
Vanilla has no flavor.
It tastes like vanilla. I mean, that's
Vanilla is nothing.
not as good as chocolate. Anyway, Don't call mint moose tracks bougie. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's good. I like regular moose tracks better, but if they don't have it, I'm getting mint moose tracks.
And also, no spit takes. You spit your beer all over the soundboard, then it would fucking work.
Ricky.
Yes, Bags.
Mint Moose Tracks is bougie.
Yeah.
I will say one thing, though. Going back to softball.
Okay, please.
Whoever wins on Friday
Yeah.
is going to lose to the Bombers.
Ooh.
And they're going to get swept.
Hot take.
Dropping knowledge.
Bombers in 2. Walter Knox cannot be hit right now.
You heard it here on the podcast from our softball guru. Bombers in 2, no matter what happens
No matter
tomorrow
what
night,
happens, Bombers in
between
2.
the Corp and the Bush Leaguers. So good luck to all the ladies tonight. Listen, this is a big weekend in Roxbury. Mayor election's coming up.
Yeah, we got to get into that.
And that was my segue into it. So you got our softball commissioner, Mr. Jimmy Mangan, number 1 on the ballot. You got Michael Bach, member of the Corp, who's going for the championship, number 2 on the ballot. Both guys. It's been a bit of a slugfest since Mike was kind of strong-armed into it last meeting, and I'm very proud of the campaign. I'm very proud of both camps doing a lot of stuff down here, a lot of things happening, showing up to all the events. Kids are into it. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that once again we got 2 fine gentlemen to
Absolutely.
Keep a great tradition going, a great long-standing Roxbury tradition going. I'm very happy about that.
Isn't that what it's all about?
Absolutely. It's you know what, a lot of people are usually very hesitant about jumping in these races because they're obviously they're afraid to lose. They don't want to be the one that loses, and it's it's competitive nature, but it really is for the community. It's a lot of fun.
It is. It does suck to lose though when you put yourself into it for a couple days. Then it's like, all right, whatever.
Me and Bags wouldn't know about that.
I would. I've been on both sides of it.
Trotter would also.
Trotter would know about it. But like I tell you all the time, Bill, it's not for lack of trying.
No.
We were out there. We did everything we could.
Sometimes it's just, people are just more known and more popular, unfortunately.
It sounds kind of weird, but we did such a long campaign this year. I'm like,
last year.
Excuse me, last year.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
We did 4 weeks, and I look at this year. I'm like, oh, this is easy. This is so simple. This is so quick.
It wasn't easy. It was definitely easier.
Oh my God.
Than your campaign.
That was
a marathon.
And we sprinted it.
60 pounds gained from drinking beers every day.
There was no sprinting involved.
Ooh. No, I don't think there was any sprinting involved, but still, I get what he's saying. So, 2 great guys running, and, best of luck to Jimmy, best of luck to Mike, as the parades are tomorrow night. I guess weather permitting. Sometimes if there's thunder and lightning, the Gladiolas don't like to march, and then it gets forced to Saturday morning. So we'll see how that shakes out. But right now, parades tomorrow night, Jimmy going off at 8, Bach going off at 9:30-ish. So that's always a fun day. Kids get all their candy. Then you have a Saturday morning sprint with your Italian ices and whatnot, and then 12 o'clock comes around, vote collecting starts. That's always a fantastic day. If you've ever had the privilege of collecting votes, it's what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, get on someone's good side that's thinking about running for mayor and collect some votes.
This will be my third time.
It is some type of day down here. No matter where you're collecting, because I've collected in multiple spots, and each time I've not regretted it. It's been fantastic.
I'm very sad that I'm not collecting votes.
Yeah, well, sometimes you go to a country show on election day, and you dig your own grave,
I know.
I wish God had a microphone for
I
that
do
one.
think this election's going to be tight, though.
Tight election coming up, I believe so.
I'm going to say 12 to 15 votes separates the candidates.
But that would make for a very entertaining count, which is maybe the best part about the whole race.
I think it
but
actually
the most nerve-wracking.
I think it's potentially could be closer than what Double A's election was over Marty.
What'd you win by?
I think 12.
11 or 12.
And what'd you win by, Bex?
24.
I lost by like 58 to beat the fireman 10 years ago. Like 58.
But when you won, how many did you win by?
I won by in a landslide. I didn't have a single vote go against me when I won.
Well,
awesome.
I almost jumped in that race last minute, and then Ricky would have immediately conceded probably.
I backed in, but my name's on that board up there.
Yes.
Former mayor's.
Yes, it is.
It's up there.
I'm waiting for mine to get back up there when they fix the prop.
Well, you ran, according to that thing, you ran back in time from 2016 to 2015.
Yeah, it said 2016 to 2015 is the mayor.
Someone screwed that up. Anyway, someone's going to come out on top on Saturday night. It's going to either be softball commissioner James Mangan or Michael Bach, lifelong Roxbury resident. 2 worthy candidates, 2 worthy guys to bang that gavel.
Can we make predictions?
Sure. I'm going to predict vote number 1, Jimmy Mangan, coming out on top. Stamp it.
How many? How many votes?
Less than 20.
Come on, give me a number. Closest to it, I think closest to it, we should all $10 each.
17 votes.
$10 each. Closest to the number wins.
Jimmy by 17.
Okay.
Jimmy by 6.
Oh, shit. I would lose my shit if that happened.
I'm going Jimmy by 12. Same as me.
Cobby?
I think I'm going to go with the Bach by about 11.
Okay.
Bach by 9.
Oh, my God. Trotter?
Bach by 10.
Split table.
Wow.
Split table.
Split table, and you
I
know
like
what?
it.
It could go either way.
Yeah.
Bayfront is going to be. I think it's going to come down to Bayfront.
Well, Bach's going to have a large majority of Bayfront, especially in the middle.
Yeah, but we got to remember Conroy's End.
Right. So you got Conroy's End, and you got.
That's why I think the West End is going to be the big.
It could be.
Yeah. There's.
I feel like Mengen's going to clean up Park End and Hillside by me. That's a given.
We'll see.
But
I do enjoy the debate, though. Like just when people talk, it's because it's hilarious. Because in the grand scheme of life,
it means nothing.
It really means nothing. But to so many people down here, it means everything now because you put all this work into it.
Tell that to my mom because she thinks this is like the end all be all of Roxbury.
Well, for Roxbury, it is.
She hasn't slept in like 2 weeks.
Like Bag said, this is one of our big traditions that we keep going.
This has gone back over 85 years. This is a big deal down here. Every year they've done this.
This is one tradition we can never let go away. This and Mardi Gras. That's the two big ones. That's
I agree.
And softball.
I don't think softball will ever go away.
I'm saying, but this is a big deal down here.
It is.
And it's fun. It gives people something to do. Think about like both candidates doing a movie night. All these giveaways, all these different events for the kids. Mike with the bouncy house in the church hall.
That was nice.
You know, people just handing out drinks and all this food, and that's what it's all about. And yeah, of course, you want your candidate to win, or if you're running, you want to win. But you know what? Someone's got to lose.
Someone's got to lose.
I remember when I ran 2 years ago. The 2 weeks of my campaign against Larry was literally probably the funnest 2 weeks I've ever had down here. It was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun. It's always so much fun.
It's always fun. And you know what? People look at you differently after you run for mayor.
Yeah.
I'll say I was young, and like I was 21 when I ran, and like a lot of older people.
You were nominated the same night you were sworn in as a member of up here, right?
Yeah.
That happened I think we were at the night at the races, and we're like, all right, Double A's going to run, and I immediately started collecting money.
I'm telling you, you get more respect around the community after you become mayor.
I think a lot more people know who Trotter is now that he ran.
Yeah, even running for mayor, I feel like you get more respect.
Like we put the Trotter name on the map.
I get a lot of people that say hi who I still...
There's no microphone.
I get a lot of people who say hi to me who I still have no idea who they are.
That's what happens.
They know exactly who I am.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hats off to the community because all of it happens with campaign donations from the people.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like everyone right away, as soon as you come up to someone and say, I'm collecting money for whichever campaign, they don't say no. They open their pockets immediately and they give you money. And then the other guy comes up, they give him money.
Which would be a great scam to run on the beach in the summer.
It would be, but if you're that type of person, you obviously don't belong down here and you're in the wrong place.
Well, why does Trotter still live here then?
Oh, God.
Game over.
He's on to you. Anyway, wonderful tradition. It's all coming to a head now. Parades tomorrow, voting Saturday, and then we got Championship Sunday. So the summer is coming to a close a little bit. Couple more weeks after this before Mardi Gras. And the softball season's rapidly coming to a close, weather permitting. So a lot of good things happening down here. Once again, Let's Sundays for the Men. Already congratulate Jimmy and Mike on a great campaign. And let's all wish them good luck.
Good luck.
On Saturday.
Good luck, guys.
Try and keep your head. Don't get too nervous. Enjoy the day because it's a hell of a day on Saturday. Waiting.
It is nerve-wracking. The waiting part is very nerve-wracking.
You get very drunk.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun day. For as nervous as you are, it's a fun day.
Oh, of course.
You just drink all day, and because you're so nervous, you just keep drinking. And
And just remember, win or lose, you're going in the water. So
Did you say the zone gets dangerous?
Last year that didn't happen.
That was my least favorite part of last year. I wore a bathing suit. Everything was ready to go.
You didn't go in the water?
No, we walked right by it.
Oh, that's lame. I don't remember that.
No idea why. I literally stopped and I pointed at the beach park and I said, water? And then
You gotta
just
go
kept
in the
going.
All right, Jimmy and Mike, you're both going in the water.
And in my election, actually, Larry had asked because Larry had run once before. I went in the water, but Larry, he respectfully asked not to do the water thing.
Yeah,
but Larry,
if
you know
you're
what?
smart, you don't argue with Larry.
No, I know, but you're right. But in all fairness, Larry had run once before, and he did the whole thing, so I wasn't going to make him do it again. And besides, you're not making that guy do anything.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
And he at least asked you.
Yeah.
So we're about to go get some mint moose tracks.
Nope.
And take in the ladies' game down here in a little bit.
Well, it doesn't start till 8:30, so I might wait a little bit.
Okay. Maybe we'll have another Coca-Cola Classic. Wet the whistle a little bit.
Maybe
This
watch
has
a
been
little bit of the Jets game.
Sure.
I can show you what the suckers are.
Gregory. I know where they are. They're in the kitchen on top of something.
Well, you know what? Fuck you.
Okay, anyway. This has been the Sundays for the Men podcast, Wednesday edition. Still the number 1 rated podcast in the history of our great town. One more time, good luck to vote number 1, Jimmy, and vote number 2, Michael Bach. Hats off to you both for running. Good luck to the Corp and Bush Leaguers tomorrow in their Game 3. One of you is going to the championship to face the Bombers on Sunday. And, guys, good luck to you getting through this action-packed weekend. I want to thank Greg. I want to thank Double A. I want to thank Cobby. I want to thank Bagsy. I want to thank William H. Trotter for being here on Sundays for the Men, as always.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
We have a good time doing
Thank
this.
you for bringing the food and
Hey.
being the voice of the podcast.
Do what I can for the people that I love. And that's you guys. This has been Sundays for the Men, playoff edition. We will see you next week to talk mayor race results and championship results. Until then, keep drinking, Roxbury. We love you.
You know what Sundays for the men.